It's been 4 weeks already since I signed on the dotted line and the property became all mine, my first ever rental property. In this video, I will be sharing with you how I am planning to budget for this rental property and how I'll be managing the income from that rental property. Hey guys, welcome to Budget with a July Dreamer. My name is Miranda, and on this channel I talk about personal finance, specifically sharing tips on how to save, how to invest, as well as how to budget. If these topics are of interest to you, then do not forget to subscribe to this channel, as well as give this video thumbs up if you're enjoying the content that I'm sharing right now. So as I've said in the intro of this video, I will be sharing with you how I will be budgeting the money that I'll be getting from my first ever rental property. Obviously, being a finance channel and budgeting focused channel, I've created a tracker that I'll be using to track all of the expenses associated with my rental property. You guys, I love trackers, and I'm so excited to just have modified the tracker that I already have to just tailor it to my rental property and some of the expenses that I am anticipating to be receiving every single month, and then trying to save as well for the unexpected expenses. So I'll be looking over here where my laptop is and I'll walk you through the tracker that I've prepared, but I also want to share some of the goals, the plans that I have for this rental property. So I will be sharing how much money I will be spending every single month. I will be sharing the categories that I'll be budgeting for. I'll be sharing the savings that I plan to make from the rental income, as well as the money that I have already put in from my personal budget into this property that I will be claiming back because it owes me. I need that money back, and obviously I'll be claiming that back in taxes. So I'll start presenting my screen now so you can have a look at the tracker on the screen. So for those of you who watch my budgeting videos, you'll be familiar with this tracker. So what I have here is from January 2021, because that's when I actually got interested in this property, and I started speaking to my mortgage advisor about the property. And this is some of the money that I paid from January all the way through to July. And then also I am sharing with you August, because I will be budgeting for August, sharing with you this budget for August in this video, and this is what most of them will be looking like moving forward. So first off, I got the house at the beginning. I signed all the documents and everything became official that it's mine at the beginning of July. And then within a few days, the estate agent called me to tell me we have a tenant, and he actually moved in last week, Friday. Well, he collected the keys, and I think he moves in a couple of days time. So which means obviously, as he's moving in, he's also paying the rent up front, so he has to pay rent up front. This is part of the agreement. And one thing that you will notice in this tracker is I've got management fees here in the tracker, because I decided that I want a management company to be managing my property for me, because I literally have so much on my plate. I can't actually dedicate enough time to managing a rental property. So this is why I decided to use a management company. So let's go first into some of the categories that I have, and then we'll go through the amounts that I'm expecting for each of these categories and what I'll be doing with the money. So first, in the income box, I've got the rent that I'll be getting from the tenant, which is going to be £850. Then house savings. So before I bought my property, I had saved up for a number of years to buy this rental property, and obviously I've used up about £70,000 that I've put into this property. So this is why I have house savings slash other, and other here just means that this is money I had taken from my personal budget to pay for the things that had come up unexpectedly as I bought this rental property. Then obviously the total income, this will combine the income that I get from the rental property plus the money that I have in my house fund or any money that I put in from my personal budget. But obviously all of this will be claimed back in when I file my taxes. Then net income will only cover you know, my expenses minus, you know, my income from the rental minus my expenses. What is left will be the net income. So that's what it will cover. It won't cover house savings and other. I have decided that obviously I need to keep this separate to be able to see for sure exactly how much money I'm making from this, my first rental property. Then management fees. So this is my estate agent that will be managing, and they'll be charging me a percentage, I think, of 15% or 20%. Oh no, it's 10% plus VAT, so 12%, so which is £106.32 if my maths is correct. Then my mortgage for this property will be £434.91. I have actually been debating with myself whether I should run this mortgage through my normal budgeting or I should just be using the income from this property, but I feel like it's better for me for now to just use the income I'm getting from my you know, my renter, because then it saves me to be saves me putting money from my budget. So the £450 that I had saved in my personal budget to pay this mortgage, I'm just gonna keep in my savings. But this may change. I may want to keep all of the money that I get from rent minus the management fees and save that, but we shall see. I'm still playing around to see which model works best for me. Then obviously I've had to get landlord insurance. This will cover me for when I don't have a tenant for a long period of time and all of that jazz. So it's £28.65 that I'll be paying. I have had to get landlord life insurance, and that will be £73.89. This is with legal and general, same one that I have for my personal home. And then landlord home care, so this is for boiler service, and this will be £13 every month. Then I've gotten cover for the appliance. I've had to buy a washing machine for the rental property, so I got cover for that, because I've checked my other insurances, they don't cover for unlimited damage and blah blah blah. So I decided I'm just gonna add that on, so it's £6.99. Then I have blocked off council tax, electricity, gas and water, because I'm only responsible for these if I don't have a tenant in the property. But I've been fortunate that I signed on the dotted line 1 week, the following week I already had a tenant, and the following week we already had the agreement signed, the tenant was happy to move in and all of that jazz. So for now I'm removing that. So the total expenses that I'm expecting every single month, including management fees and my mortgage for this property, is £663.76. Then I have put in variable expenses, because obviously, you know, your girl loves to ensure she's included variable expenses. So things like my house deposit, legal fees, my mortgage broker, my surveyor, taxes, maintenance and miscellaneous, all of that is sitting under variable. So everything here, obviously for now, up to surveyor, I have already paid for, because this was part of the buying process. Taxes, obviously I only file them once a year, so next April I will be filing my taxes, so nothing for now, so this will remain gray. And then maintenance and repairs, so right now I have spent something for the rental property, so I had to make extra keys because they only had 2 pairs when I bought the property, so I paid £8 for that. And then for miscellaneous, so miscellaneous, I've spent £569 in the month of July, purely because I had to buy a washing machine, and then I also had to pay for boiler service. This was before I got home care, landlord home care, but now obviously it will be cheaper than that moving forward. So for the month of July, I've already spent £577 towards my my rental property. And for very fixed expenses, I actually didn't say this, I had already spent £614.25. And as you can see, this amount does not include the mortgage yet, because my first mortgage payment is in August, but it does include estate agents, set up fees, there's a lot of fees that as you're setting up with the management company, and I already knew this, so it's not a surprise to me, but obviously it's a big chunk of money. So yeah. And then for my savings, I've decided I will actually start in August, when I will be getting the full rent minus the management fees. This month it's been that money that I would receive from my renter is actually going straight up to set up my account with the management company. So this is why I'm not saving anything yet, but in my normal budget, which you will see in my August budget planning, that I've actually put some money aside for. I'm planning to put some money aside for my emergency fund. My maintenance fund, I haven't, but for August I'm planning to put £50 in either of these funds to save. So for the month of July, I have spent in fixed expenses 614 and 25 pence. Variable I've spent £577. Savings I haven't added anything, for a total of 1,191 and 25 pence. Remember, I only got $850 from my renter for the first rent, and before I even got that money in my account, the management fees had to come out and all of that jazz. So this is why I have actually had to put in money into this property management before I can start really getting money back. But if we look at August, putting in all of the expenses, of putting exact amounts that I'm expecting to be receiving, I've already said how much the fixed expenses would be, so over £666, £63 and 76 pence. And then I don't know yet if I will have any maintenance or repair fees or any miscellaneous that will come up. Fingers crossed I don't. And then I'm looking to put £100 into savings, which means I will spend £763 and 76 pence of the 850 that I'm getting, which means I will have £86 and 24 pence as profit. What am I gonna do with all that money? I'm gonna blow it. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know yet. I'll probably just put it into the savings again, because that is my plan, but I may just keep it in a separate account as a buffer. So I've decided to separate my property budgeting completely from my personal budget, and so the money, the £86.24 would just stay in that account. I'll be using a separate current account for that, so that would just completely stay in the account and act as a buffer for any unexpected expenses. So yeah, this is all I have to share for my first ever rental property budgeting video. I'll be sharing these on a monthly basis, and I hope you enjoy this type of content. I'm really excited to see which way I'm gonna go with respect to how I manage the income from my rental property. Do I just take all of the income from the rental property and just put it into savings and then run all of these expenses I've shared through my personal budget, or get the rental income minus the management fees and then just use that money to pay for all of the expenses associated with the property, and then the about £200 that I'm left with, just put it into savings? So I don't know yet what I'm gonna do, but for now I'm choosing to use just the money from the rental property. So yeah, this is all I wanted to share in my video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and also hit the notification bell so you'll be made aware of when I make new videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.